Tritanian Goblin. Level 14. Class, Fumus. Subclass, Algo. Tokens, 5. Special powers, Taunt, Poisonous Cloud, Turn Cloud.
What do you think Turn Cloud does? I asked Iris as the goblin continued to scream obscenities at us.
Not a clue, but I think we'd better make our move, because there are other things to catch. And besides, I thought we were doing that Mythcria mariachi thing tonight. I was looking forward to that.
Let's just get the goblin.
I was waiting for someone to say that.
Lady C said, as she nodded to Aya. Like predators, they both crouched a little as they split up. The Thulian warrior and her humongous sword going to the right, the Matikan warrior and her 2 razor-sharp blades to the left. "It's all you," I whispered to Iris.
This net is strange,
she said as she stretched her fingers wide and retracted them, the net of light growing and shrinking. "You'll definitely get used to it," I said, as I followed her lead. Iris moved toward the right, a good 30 feet behind Aya. Just as we came around the monument, we saw a yellow mist spray at Lady C. The goblin chortled and ran directly at us, a small blade in his grimy paw. He was a thin goblin, and covering his body was a dark gray tunic. His gray hair had been shaved on one side and was long on the other, and while he was goblin ugly, it was clear he had put some consideration into his appearance. Aya sprang into action, taking the goblin down with a throwing knife that cut deep into his shoulder. "Vic! Vic! Now!" I told Iris, and just as her hand started to charge, Lady C screamed out, scissoring toward Aya with both blades drawn. What the hell is happening? Lady C and Aya went at it. The Matikan swung her swords wide. Aya met her, barely blocking the 2 blades with her buster sword. Clearly possessed, evident in the way her eyes had turned yellow, Lady C grunted and tried again to cut Aya down, but quickly had her legs pulled out from under her by the Thulian's ghost limbs.
He's getting away!
Iris shouted as the goblin scurried off to the side. While still handling Lady C, Aya flung another throwing knife at the goblin, this time clipping him in the ankle. He went down, screaming and cursing, and Iris took this chance to approach him, ready to send the goblin straight to our dojo. To our surprise, the goblin started crying. "Please don't kill me! I'm sick of dying! I'm an NPC, damn it! I know what I am! Vic, please don't kill me! It's Vic and painful to respawn!"
Oh, we're not going to kill you,
Iris said, soothing the goblin.
We're here to take you to Everlife.
"Everlife?" His eyebrows lowered.
Stay down.
Aya said as she pinned Lady C to the ground with her ghost limbs. Lady C was still trying to put up a fight, but without the use of her hands, she was mostly just flopping against the ground, her armor clinking and clanking with each attempt to free herself from Aya's grasp. The fick she just say?" the goblin asked, looking at me. "We'd like you to join us. Actually, you don't really have a choice." "Now there's a goblin bargain if I've ever heard one. Of course, if I don't have a choice, I'll join you." "What kind of question is that? And did she say Everlife? 'Cause fick yeah, if that's the case. I've been trying to get back there ever since I was banned." "You were banned from Everlife?" "Just from Kingdom Ignis. Mostly because of my father. He got us banned. I think he's in a different realm now, though. The fickin' fictard."
What did you do to her?
Iris nodded toward Lady C, who continued to try to fight Aya even though she was pinned down. "It'll wear off. Or just give her a whiff of this." The goblin reached into his fanny pack and returned with a small vial of mustard-colored liquid. I took the vial from him and walked over to Lady C. She glared at me as I approached, baring her teeth as I uncapped the vial. I couldn't smell it. The Monster Hunt app wasn't that good, but Aya could, and she immediately started to dry heave. Luckily, the toxic scent worked, and Lady C was soon herself again, asking why she was on the ground and what had happened to the goblin. "The goblin has a name!" the goblin shouted as I helped Lady C to her feet. "And that name is Spew Gorge. Call me Spew Gorge.